Hi, my name is Ashraff. Today I want to explain about arithmetic sequences in chapter 4. So these sequences have two main formula, which is one formula is to find the nth term and one formula is to find the sum of first nth term. So the first formula is like this. Okay, Tn equal A plus in bracket n minus 1 times D. So this formula is to find the ninth term. So next is like this. The Sn equals 9 over 2 in brackets 2A plus in bracket n minus 1 times D, or Sn equals 9 over 2 in bracket A plus L. So this formula is to find the sum of first n term. Next, I want to explain what meaning of the term. Okay, first is Tn. Tn means the nth term. Next, the Sn is the sum of first n term, A is the first term, n is the number of term, D is the common difference, and L is the last term. Now we move to the example question about the arithmetic sequences. This is the question. So the question need us to calculate about the A term, which is the first term, the common difference, the n term, which is the number of term, and the Sn, which is the sum of first n term. So the first term is 25, like is 25. Because the question have give us the first term. So next, the common difference. The common difference, like I said before, second term minus first term, which is 29 minus 25, and we get 4. So the common difference is 4. The n term, the n which or the number of term is 20 because in the question said the term is until the 20th term. So the Sn, we must use this formula to calculate the Sn, which is the sum of first n term. After using that formula, we will get the final answer, which is 1260. Okay, the full calculation is like this. So we must put all the information such as the first term, the common difference into the formula and calculate it, and we will get that answer. Now we move to the application question. So the question is like this. Firstly, we must calculate the A, which is the first term, and the common difference. So the first term in this question is 2000. This is because 2000 is the amount that Ali must to pay in the first month. Next, the common difference. Okay, how to calculate the common difference is by minus the second month with the first month. So the second month is 1900 minus the first month, which is 2000, and we will get negative 100. So negative 100 is the common difference for this question. Next, we must calculate the sum of first 20 months for this question. So we must use this formula to calculate the sum of 20 months, and the calculation will be like this. So In the calculation, S20 equals to 20 over 2 in bracket 2 times 2000 plus 2 in bracket 20 minus 1 times negative 100, and we will get the final answer 21,000. So 21,000 plus 10,000, which is the down payment that Ali must to pay at the first month, and the total payment that Ali have to pay is 31,000.
Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Ahmad Syauqi bin Muhammad Zafrullah. So for my part, I will do the explanation for the geometric progressions. Okay, so for your information, the geometric progressions have two formulas. Number one, the formula is to find the terms, which the formula is Tn equals to A times R power of n minus 1. And the second formula is the formula to find the sum of the first terms, which the formula is, if R is larger than 1, then the formula is Sn equals to A in bracket R power of n minus 1 over R minus 1. But if the R is smaller than 1, the formula is Sn equals to A in bracket 1 minus R power of n over 1 minus R. Okay, so I will go through the letters one by one. What is the meaning of N, T, R, A, S? I will go through one by one. So N, what is N? N is the number of terms. Okay, number of terms. It can be any number. It can be 7, it can be 85, it can be 230. Okay, so it can be a number. Okay, then second letter is A. A is the first term. Okay, then we have Tn. Tn is the nth term, which that I said before, n can be a number. Okay, Sn is the sum of the first nth term. Okay, any number, sum of the n number of n. Okay, and then lastly we have R. R is common ratio. So the formula to find common ratio is second term over first term equals to third term over second term. So how do we find? Okay, so let's say the second term over first term equals to x. Okay, and then the third term over the second term also equals to x. Therefore, the common ratio is the same. Then x is our common ratio. Okay, so in order to understand the geometric progression well, and you can use the formula the right way and use the formula well, so I will explain using two questions of geometric progression, which the first question will be direct and second question will be the application of geometric progression. So, okay, let's see the first question. Okay, the question asks us to find A, the 15th term, B is the sum of the 50th term. Okay, so we look at question number 3. Okay, so question number 3, we have the numbers 1, 3 and 9. Okay, so 1, 3 and 9. So based on this question, before we start any question of geometric progression, we must find the A and the R first. So based on this question, the A is 1 and the R is, how to find R, the common ratio. Like I said before, second term over first term equals to third term over second term. Okay, so the second term is 3 and the first term is 1, so 3 over 1 equals to, the third term is 9. Okay, So 9 over 3. So first we calculate what is 3 over 1. 3 over 1 equals 3. 9 over 3 equals to 3 also. Therefore, because of the same number, the common ratio for this question is 3. Okay, so let's go to the first question, the A. Find the 15th term. So we already have our A, our R, our N. So we just put the numbers inside. Replace the numbers with the letters. Okay. So T15 equals to A 1. 1 times 3 over 15 minus 1. So first we calculate what is 15 minus 1. 15 minus 1 is 14. Okay, and then we calculate what is 3 power of 14. 3 power of 14 equals to 4,782,969. And then we times with 1, which we will get the same number. Therefore, our 15th term is 4,782,969. Okay, next question B. They ask us to find the first 15th term. Okay, so like I said before, we already have our A, our R, our N. So we just replace the numbers with the letters. Okay, so the S15 equals to okay, so this question, like I said before at the introduction, when I told you about the formula of some of the first terms. If R is larger than 1, then the formula will be A in bracket R power of N minus 1 over R minus 1. So it is the same with the equation because our R is 3, which is larger than 1. So we will use the that formula. Okay, so our formula will be S15 equals to A 1 in bracket 3 power of 14 power of 15 minus 1 over 3 minus 1. Okay, so first we calculate what is 3 power of 15. 3 power of 15 will be 14,348,907 minus 1. We will get 14,348,906. So this number will be divided by 3 minus 1, which is 2. Therefore, our answer will be 7,174,453 times 1. We will get the same number. So our sum of the 15th term will be 7,174,453. Okay, on to the next question, which is the question about the application of geometric progression. Okay, so the question: Ahmad has to pay 1 ringgit at the end of the first month, 5 ringgit at the end of the second month, and 25 ringgit at the end of the third month, and so on for the 8 months. So calculate the total amount that he has to pay. Okay, like I said before in the previous question, before we start, we must find the A, the R. Okay, so what is our A? So based on our question, our A is 1 because the first month the Ahmad only paid 1 ringgit. Okay, so what is our R? Okay, our R is second term over first term equals to third term over second term. Okay, so our second term is 5, our third term is 25, so 5 over 1 equals to 5, 25 over 5 equals to 5, so our common ratio will be 5. Okay, so we have all our A and our R. So the question asks for the total amount that Ahmad has to pay. So total, therefore we will use the formula of sum. Okay, sum of the first term. So Ahmad pays his rent for 8 months. Okay, 8 months. So our N will be 8. So just replace the numbers with the letters. Therefore, like I said before, our R is larger than 1. Okay, larger than 1, which is 5. So the formula that we will use is S8, okay, equals to 1 in bracket 5 power of 8 minus 1 divided by 5 minus 1. Okay, so first we calculate what is 5 power of 8. We have 390,625 minus 1, we will get 390,634, and then we divide it by 4, because 5 minus 1 it will be 4. We will get 97,656 times 1, we will get the same number. Therefore, the total amount that the Ahmad has to pay, is 97,656 ringgit. Okay, that's all from me. I hope you understand based on the formula, the explanation about the geometric progressions formula, and also after I explained using 2 questions previously. So I think that's all from me. Thank you very much. Bye.